Good morning, you two. You're having fun this morning, and so am I. We're here at the Klahowya village in Stanley Park. This was set up earlier this summer for people to experience a piece of authentic Aboriginal culture, and that's what we're going to do this morning. We got some food, we got some carving, we got the spirit catcher train, and, Kyle, we got some dancing. All of this coming up.
All right, sounds good, Greg. We'll check back with you over at the Live Eye in just a little bit. A quick recap.
Stanley Park and the Live Eye. Here's Greg.
Good morning, Riaz. Just watching a spiritual dance here at Klahowya village here in Stanley Park. Things are looking good. Things are smelling good. We got Ben and Teresa here from Kanata Cuisine. Thank you both for joining us. What's on the menu here this morning?
Well, today we're barbecuing up some sockeye salmon, wild sockeye salmon. We also have grilled corn and sweet potatoes.
What's some good advice you can give our viewers on, I mean, barbecuing is a bit dicey sometimes, especially, in my opinion, fish.
Well, with the fish, you want to make sure that the grill is nice and hot. Heat it up, close the lid, give it 15 minutes or so, 10 or 15 minutes to heat up so that the grill is nice and hot and things don't stick to it. Then you want to oil the grill a little bit and then drop the fish down. Now with the fish, you only want to flip it over once, right? So you can mark it, put those nice hatch marks on it.
Like a steak.
Like a steak, and just flip it over one time, right? So, and you can tell when the fish is done, when that center bone pulls out, when the backbone releases from the fish, then it's done.
Okay.
Okay, so this fish is done. And we also have corn on the cob. Now the secret with corn on the cob on the grill, you want to soak the husk for a while, at least for an hour in cold water. And when you put it on the grill, the steam from the husk, as the water's evaporating, will cook the corn.
Okay.
Okay, so we've cooked this, we've soaked this for a while, and then you would just peel the corn back, the husk back, pardon me, and you serve that. You see the steam coming off of it? It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Right? And we also have some sweet potatoes here. So the sweet potatoes we roasted for a while, and we're just finishing off on the flat top on here. We're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on it for you.
As you're doing that, if you were having a big celebration during the course of, during the summer, and I was to come over to your place, what would be on the menu?
Go to the market and I'd pick it from the market. That's how I cook, right? Go down and see what's fresh, what's local, what's coming into the market, get it and bring it home and cook it. That's how I work, actually.
I think it's about time that I try some of this.
I think it is.
Cool?
Now we have a little bit of maple and butter and some fresh herb glaze. We'll put a little bit of this on the salmon. There we go, a little flare up, that's nice. Teresa might hand us over the plates. So we have salmon. We have some wild dill that we're going to put on our sweet potatoes.
Is a fork, Riaz. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Comes the taste test.
Here's the taste test. If I can get some on my fork, there we go.
And the payoff?
Well done. Well done.
Barbecue before 7
The
a.m.
spirit catcher train, Riaz, that's next.
All right, stay tuned for that.
Very tasty. Hey, good morning, Riaz. Even I have problems with that. Some people call me Craig. And some people whose names are Craig, they get called Greg. That's what we have to deal with. Hey, we're here at Klahowya village here in Stanley Park learning about some of the Aboriginal culture. We just took a ride on the Spirit Catcher train. Our experience coming up, this family's about to experience it right now. You're watching Breakfast Television. Stay with us. Go for it, Tony.
The Live Eye, Greg Harper, is in Stanley Park this morning. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Kyle. Yeah, here at Klahowya village here in Stanley Park, learning about some of the Aboriginal culture. We just took a ride on the Spirit Catcher train. I can hear it. It's coming back. Our experience on there in just a second. Now joining us is CEO of the Aboriginal Tourism Association of BC, Keith Henry. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure being here this morning.
So this village was set up earlier this summer. What do people get out of coming here?
Well, I think what we were trying to do is help provide an opportunity to build off the 2010 Games and continue the awareness that we saw during the Olympics. So the Klahowya village was a number of partners coming together from the tourism industry that really showcased some of the finest cultural tourism experiences throughout BC, and we wanted to bring it right here in Vancouver. We thought, obviously it's a generator for so many tourists that come into this province.
It is free to come here, except if you want to take a ride on the Spirit Catcher train. We just took a ride on there. What can people see taking a ride on the train?
Well, the train was themed with the totem animals, if you will. So the idea of the train was, let's provide some education around the frog or the bear or whichever animal it may be, and we provided some general information that's important to the Aboriginal culture throughout British Columbia. So what you'll get on the train is that experience and that awareness about what some of those animals mean, and of course the rest of the village supports sort of what we've done here on the train itself. So you see the whale when you go through the tunnel. There's just so many neat little experiences that the kids, we find, love the experience.
And there's also food here as well. We had some food by the chef here. Any interesting food that people can taste coming here?
Well, I don't think I've eaten so many Indian tacos in all my life in my first month here, I can say that.
I was looking forward to that. Ben didn't cook the tacos.
He didn't.
Salmon was good, though.
It's breakfast this morning, so, you know, it's not necessarily a breakfast meal, but I come here for lunch pretty much every day now that we've had it open. There's the bannock, the Indian tacos, the salmon on a stick. I mean, there's a lot of Aboriginal cuisine that people can experience, and I can say that's probably been a very strong feature of the Klahowya village. Many people looking for Aboriginal cuisine.
Thanks for having us.
It's a
Appreciate
pleasure being here this morning.
We got some carving, Michelle. That is coming up next. A very serious artist.
All right.
Very talented one. Yes.
Cannot wait. Thank you very much, Greg Harper. And
those dogs always behave around you, Kyle. What are you talking about?
Totally.
Come on.
Visit breakfasttelevision.ca and you'll see that rumor will be untrue within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, no kidding. Kyle, take a look at this. We got ourselves a massive teepee at Klahowya Village here in Stanley Park. If you want to take in this village, it is free except for the Spirit Catcher train, but it's worth it. It's only $7.50 for adults, $5 for children and seniors. Very visual, very educational, and this village is open until September 12th. It'll be open next year as well. This is the Spirit Stones Pathway. Joining us here, our tour guide, Mike Ratasket. Nice last name, by the way. What does that mean, Ratasket?
It means big thundercloud, quick temper.
Quick temper. Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, we're going to talk about this pathway, but first I want to talk about the regalia that you're wearing. The eagle feathers jump out at me. What do those feathers represent?
They represent healing for me. Many things we've done in time. First of all, we have to earn our right to carry them. And I went through the ceremonies in order to earn the right to carry these feathers. All of the feathers were gifted to me. So people that, my mentors and whatnot, passed them on to me. My feathers on my bustle are 50 years old.
Wow.
So they've been passed down through family.
All right, let's take a bit of a walk on this pathway here. The Spirit Stones Pathway, what's this all about?
Well, it's family representations on Coast Salish territory. Of course, we're on the Musqueam and Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh territories. And there's different salmon representatives, whales. They represent many families. You know, a long time ago, it would be nothing for the men of the community to carve a canoe big enough to carry 30 men into the open waters of the ocean, and they would take the canoe and capture whales for sustenance and ceremonial purposes.
This might be a tough question, but I'm going to ask it. If there's one thing you want people to get out of coming here, what would that be? What is that?
I would say the cultural tour for myself. I provide cultural tours to everyone, and they're really exciting. It takes about 15 minutes, and we talk about our connection to the land and values as well.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. You mentioned carving. We have a carver coming up, Michelle. A very serious carver. This guy is talented. Wait to see what he can do. He's going to give us a little bit of a demo.
awesome.
That's coming up next.
Cannot wait. Very interesting stuff. Thank you so much.
Steven Seagal movie, boys. Out for justice. By far.
Nice.
Out for justice.
Good call.
All right. Hey, guys, you know what? The candied salmon here. Klahowya Village here in Stanley Park. That's where we're at. Richard Krentz, master carver. He is coming up next. Wait to see what he can do. He's doing it right now. You're watching BT. Stay with us. Look at you two, teaching you words I've never heard of before.
Wibble.
Wiggle. That's Michelle McDermott dancing. Oh, hey. I'm going to get it for that. I had to. Okay, let's get into things here. Sorry, Michelle. Sorry. All right. Klahowya Village here in Stanley Park. An amazing place to see. It is free except for the Spirit Catcher train, but yeah, they dropped the prices. It's $7.50 for adults, $5 for children and seniors. Very visual. You can learn a lot about the Aboriginal culture here. I'm learning a lot about this man here, right here. Richard Krentz, a master carver. First off, this piece you're working on, what's it called?
It's called a raven, and the raven in our culture is a transformer. And I thought in the beginning that that's what we're trying to do here, is transform a piece of Stanley Park into our Aboriginal village. And so I asked the Parks branch to find me a stump that I could turn into this raven that we would have in the pond over here. And so they came up with this particular stump from Brockton Point.
I'm picking up a sketch. Is this how it starts for you?
That's how this started. I sketched it out. And then I sent somebody to get the mussel shells, and the Parks branch brought the stump over, and we've been transforming it into the raven.
Very nice. You work with Nelson. Let's walk over and see what he's doing.
Sure.
Lots of bugs, by the way, in Stanley Park this morning, and squirrels as well. Okay. So Nelson, he's right over here. What is he doing?
Well, he's creating a bear mask right now, and it starts with, you know, an idea, and we turn it a piece of wood into something that we can show people.
Okay. So you work with a number of different tools, both Nelson and yourself. Just how long did it take you to master this? They call you the master carver.
Well, a master carver doesn't necessarily mean that I'm the best carver. It means that I can organize things and produce a project. So it has a bigger meaning than just carving. But I was naturally gifted. I didn't have to work very hard at this. My mother said when I was 5 years old, I was carving stuff.
Thank you very much. We have your website, I believe, up on the screen if you want to check out more of Richard's work, and Nelson as well. You know who else is gifted? Maybe not at dancing, but she's gifted, Michelle McDermott.
Oh, is that